Microsoft 365 in practice. Hey Darius, how are you doing this fine Friday?
I'm doing lovely, Jerry. The sun is out. The
Yes.
sky is not clear, but the sun is out.
So this episode has a movie reference in the title. Did you notice that?
Is it a reference to acclaimed 1979 movie Mad Max and the Road Warrior, wherein a man...
For quite some time, Microsoft's been focused on a mobile-first release strategy. This means that most Microsoft 365 programs have mobile versions like Teams, Planner, Outlook, OneDrive, etc., many of which we've seen already in this series. The first thing to remember about being a road warrior is all the cool studded leather gear. Wait, no, wrong type of road warrior. Remember that Microsoft 365 is cloud-based. And by cloud-based, we mean available on the internet. So if it's available on the internet, it's available anywhere you have an internet connection, which is almost anywhere these days. Therefore, Microsoft 365 supports you as a mobile worker very well. For myself, I often work in a coffee shop, on a ferry, or in a hotel room while traveling. Not that we're traveling much these days. The experience is similar whether I'm working in my home office or on the road, since in either place I'm connecting to my business via the cloud. I store all of my files in OneDrive and SharePoint and run in my web browser, so I can get to my files wherever I'm sitting, whether it's Ladysmith, BC, or in a hotel in Ladysmith, South Africa. The bigger focus of this episode is on the mobile apps, so let's get into that. As always, we're focusing on the Microsoft 365 Business Basic account type. Here is a listing of the apps from Microsoft.com. The first thing we'll talk about is the Microsoft Office mobile app, which was released very recently in February of 2020. And it includes our good friend Word, our lovely friend Excel, and our best friend PowerPoint, all in one app. According to Microsoft, so this is a quote from Microsoft, that the Office app delivers several key benefits, including combining those three into one app, which simplifies the experience and reduces the storage on your phone. And it integrates the Lens technology, the Office Lens app, into the same app as well. Some neat features we'll see in a moment on that. And it also adds some new functionality like signing PDFs and quick notes, which I hadn't known before preparing for this talk, that we could sign PDFs with this. Now, here are some of the other apps that are available in the App Store or in the Google Play Store for you. Notice iOS or Android. So Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. So we just said that those are in the Office app now. So you don't actually have to download those separately anymore. You can if you want. Outlook, some people really swear by Outlook for the phone. I still use my native iPhone mail client, but I do have Outlook installed and I use it sometimes. It does really integrate nicely with Office 365. OneNote I use extensively on my phone and on my desktop, and they integrate beautifully between the two. So for quick notes, what am I working on for this client, or technical tips, that sort of thing, I store in OneNote. And then there's OneDrive, which we won't talk about too much in this session because we did it last time.
Check out our previous video for more information on OneDrive.
Here's Skype and Skype for Business. Skype is still around. Skype for Business is going away, being replaced by Teams. We'll talk about Teams a little bit in this video. I use Office Lens extensively for scanning documents. Some of this functionality is now in the Office app, so keep an eye on that as it changes and gets more absorbed into the Microsoft Office app itself. Yammer is like your own private Twitter. We won't talk about that too much. Delve, we've seen that in Office 365. It's a great way to find information or explore your organization. And there's Microsoft Stream. So this is the mobile version of what we talked about in episode 5 of this Microsoft 365 in Practice series. Let's take a look at the Microsoft Office app in action. This is a recording of my iPhone, and I'm going to talk along with it. So here's the Office app on my iPhone. When I open it, you notice the recommended section, which is taken from the Office graph or Delve, showing what I've recently worked on or others around me have worked on. Like this one, the Microsoft 365 in Practice, of course, is the document that we're using to build this module. So it's right there as recommended. Below that are items that I've pinned in Microsoft 365 for easy access. And then below that, there's the section of recent files, what I've modified today or in the past. And just like OneDrive, it shows a check mark showing it's been downloaded to the phone. So I can click to open these. I'm going to open up this book outline and plan. I'm going to touch the edit button by this little icon with a pencil on it up here. Now I'm in edit mode, and I can edit the file using my keyboard on the iPhone. I can hide the keyboard to read the file, and when I click the screen again, the keyboard comes back up. It's got a bunch of commands that I can click for formatting and such, and it's very full-featured. Phone, and now the microphone is capturing my voice. Isn't that cool, period? Now I can go back. Here, this is being saved all the time, so close that one out. Up at the top left, there's a picture of me. There I can see all of my storage accounts. I could add additional accounts here. If you want to add your Microsoft 365 account, it's the OneDrive for Business that you would be adding. In the Action section, we can transfer files, we can take image to text and image to table, which is a very powerful feature. And it's integrated with the phone's camera. So sometimes I feel like I have more capability with this iPhone version than I have with my computer version of Office. This Sign a PDF is a new feature to me, so I can choose a PDF document. I've already signed this one, but I'll sign it again. Notice it uses an existing signature, and I can sign in multiple places. The first time you sign, it asks you to store your signature, and that's the one it uses. Here under the plus, I can create notes, open Office Lens, and create a new document. So here I am creating a new note. And if I want to take a photo, the first time it asks me, is it okay to access my camera? Let me just take a picture of my microphone here. And I use this type of feature for scanning documents or whiteboards. And I can create a new document as well, a Word, Excel, or PowerPoint. So very powerful little app here. Let's take a look at some of the other apps on my iPhone here. This Authenticator app is used to log in to your Microsoft Office accounts. So you can set which accounts to log into, and it helps log in securely. So let's talk a little bit about SharePoint. This is the SharePoint app, and I have to be honest, I'm not really impressed with this app actually. It works okay, especially on new modern sites. So in SharePoint, I can see recent files and frequent sites. Looks similar to the web version. I'll go into my Lightlever home site, and I can see what was on the home site. Now, the main thing that I want to use SharePoint for is adding to this timesheet list. And unfortunately, it's a bit of a fail. I can't enter this project code. It's read-only. So I can't actually update this list using the mobile app. And here is our Lightlever sandbox we've seen before in this video series. What you're seeing scrolling at the top is the hero web part, and then news down below, and a custom list below that. So it renders quite nicely as a mobile app and does have a few downsides. Next, I want to mention the Office Lens. This is a great tool for scanning a business card or a photo or a whiteboard. I find it works quite well. In fact, I use Office Lens instead of my scanner most of the time when I want to send a document. So notice I can scan a photo, business card, document, or whiteboard across the bottom here. And it integrates with the camera. Lastly, I wanted to touch on Planner. So here I can open up this Planner hub and I see all of my various plans right here. And I can open one of the plans and edit tasks. I would be remiss if I didn't at least mention Microsoft Teams, that hot-ish new product. So here we are showing all of my different teams in the Teams app. Similar to my mention about signing PDFs above, some things work better on mobile. I think Teams is a good example of that. Let's have a quick look. When I click on the Teams icon, this is the Teams app. First thing it presents me with is the listing of all the teams that I'm part of. And each of these I can click into and view chats or files or any of the tabs in my teams. So when I click into our Microsoft 365 in Practice team, I can see our chats, our files, and any other tabs here. Click this menu at the top left, I can change accounts here. So I can switch teams quite quickly and easily in the Teams app. I can also go into my calendar here, and of course this is integrated with my Microsoft 365 calendar, so you can see what I'm up to. And you can join directly to the Teams meeting for any Teams meetings. There I'm joining the Microsoft 365 in Practice. And you've got your video, microphone, speaker, all of that is available right here in the Teams app. It works really, really well. I'm really impressed with this, even to the extent that it prompts me when a Teams meeting starts on my phone. It jumps up and says, hey, this meeting has started. Do you want to join? I'm using the iPhone screen recorder to capture these videos. So let's upload the one that I just recorded here into our Teams channel so that, Darius, you have access to it. So I'll go into the team here in the general channel. I'll go into files and navigate to the blog. This is episode 9, mobile capability, into the raw folder. And now I can add, I'm going to add a video from my camera. So I'll choose all photos, and here's the video, 3 minutes long. I can choose it. There's a reminder of our meeting shows up on the screen as well from this, since I recorded this last night.
This meeting,
yeah. Now it's showing at the bottom compressing video. This takes a little while to do. So now we see the video is being uploaded and it shows progress as it goes here. So there you have a glance at many of the Microsoft Office mobile apps and a glance at some of my personal information as well. Most of the apps I find intuitive, so get in there and download them and use them. Remember that these apps are included for free with your Microsoft 365 subscription. And also note that they're being updated all the time, which is the nature of Microsoft 365. Now get out there and have an adventure.
goodbye.
Bye. Hey, I'm Jerry Brimacombe, and this has been another episode of Microsoft 365 in Practice. Please let me know if you have any questions, and your comments and subscriptions are welcome. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.